Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from eTimes TV.
There is still a very strong audience base for television and the content that television churns out. I don't know. I just feel really proud to have been a part of a show like Maryada because it was ahead of its time, like you said. And, you know, a lot of people don't give television actors chances because they feel like we can't do it.
Welcome, Riddhi, to eTimes TV.
Thank you.
And so, what was it that attracted you to the script? Like when you said yes to the first season, and now again this. What attracted you?
I think as an actor, you're always waiting for opportunities that you can showcase what you can do in. And you want to, like, I've spent many years. I've done a lot of television work. But as you grow as a performer, and I used to keep doing a lot of workshops, and I used to keep working on my craft. So as you work on your craft and you understand, you understand the craft in its completion, you want to do more. And I think I had a huge desire to be able to carry a show on my shoulders and to do serious work, which is taken seriously across, all genres. Luckily, at that time, the web space was evolving, and I got the opportunity to do Asur, understand how it works. It was like you are working like television, where you're working fast and quick, but there's a lot of prep work that goes in, and the quality of the product is like film. So I understood that, and then when I got The Married Woman, I was prepared for it. I was prepared for what it takes and what I need to bring in. So I was just like grateful, that the team, and especially Ekta, after she saw my test, that she actually had the confidence in me. Otherwise, we all know that television actors are just, it's unfortunate that we are relegated to be known only as television actors, which is not true at all. We are actors. Give us any medium, we'll do whatever we have to do. So I was really like, oh, thank God, that there is someone like Ekta who takes chances, and who has so much faith in herself that she'll give it to someone new. And she did do that for me, and she had seen Asur. And of course, I had to be on tape. So it was, my first reaction was, thank you, God. That was my first reaction.
Riddhi, like you just mentioned, like we're just actors, but people classify us into, TV actors and, different mediums. So have you personally faced, rejection or in other mediums saying that, you are a TV actor? Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, yes, all the time. I mean, that has happened innumerable times, and it's really sad. And it's not just, what do I say? It's not just that it happens across mediums. It happens in television. Like in television, they will say, oh, but in your previous serial, you did this, so you can't do this. Why? So it's not really across mediums, it's everyone. And I feel, more than what you are doing to me, like more than what it means for me, I feel it's really a comment on creative people, the casting agents or people who are creating stories and actually saying stuff like this. I really feel that it shows how limited they are in their creative approach.
Right.
That you don't have the confidence in your own work, and you don't think that this is written so well that this person can pull it off. I will make it happen. If someone is showing you the passion and the want to do something, you should be able to say, "Koi bhi actor aa jaye, I'll make it happen." But that doesn't happen. So I feel like more than it being sad for us actors, I feel it's sad for the creative people who think like this. Who think, आपने ये कर लिया तो अब आप ये नहीं कर सकते. I feel like they are limited in their approach. It's really like I will find my way. it's you know how it is. When you want to do something, you do it regardless of how many ever people stop you. You do it. So I feel like every time someone makes a comment like that, I don't take it badly, but I really feel like I feel sad for them.
With Married Women, it has obviously garnered such rave reviews, and it's being loved everywhere. And it's really it's nice to see people accepting to such a concept. Do you think the our Indian audience has started to accept and understand the concept of LGBTQIA community?
Well, I hope so. What I was saying just now was that even if they acceptance is a very personal choice, right? Like someone may say, yes, I accept it, but be completely homophobic. They may want to look cool because now everyone is talking about how it's okay to let people be, but they deep down may not be okay. So I think acceptance is a very personal choice. But what is amazing is that if in a gathering of 10 people, whether it's Pride Month or it's a show like The Married Woman or whatever, or the fact that 377 and everything, there is a conversation, there is a dialogue. So in a room full of 10 people, there may be 4 people talking about it, but the other 6 have to hear it, and not in a way that they have to hear it, but it's like the conversation is on. You know what I'm saying? Like the you can't ignore it. And I think that is amazing. That is a very important thing. Whether it was in the past about women being able to vote, or in the West it's about the Black community and African American people getting the right. That little girl was that one girl was the first girl to go to school, and all of these things. There's always a first, and there's always movements always start like that, and then they become normal. For the next generation, it's normal. Yeah, of course. Why shouldn't African Americans be treated, even though it doesn't matter to me? But of course, why shouldn't they be allowed to be the way they are? Or, we can't even imagine that there was a time when women were not allowed to vote. We can't even imagine that. So it's important for the conversation to keep going in rooms, and the Pride Month and social media and shows like The Married Woman, which normalize same-sex relationships and not necessarily show them in a traumatic light. Normally we've seen content across all mediums which show a lot of trauma attached to these characters. That they've gone through so much, and this is what happens. And that what happens is we tend to again look down on them because they are so weak, or they are going through so much suffering, which does not. I am not attached to it. It's something. It's not. It doesn't really. I don't relate to it. But this, like The Married Woman, anyone can relate to. I specifically wanted to play Astha in a way that every married woman in a house can relate to her, regardless of her falling in love with Peeplika. And I feel like we sort of achieved that. It's also like the writing was such, the direction and everything was like that.
What has been your personal takeaway from this whole show? Has it, enhanced you as a person or healed you in some way? What impact has it had on you overall?
I think my biggest takeaway from The Married Woman was that we really need to normalize same-sex relationships, because I didn't know the extent to which, to what people really felt. I didn't know the extent to which the LGBTQ community felt. I mean, I have some close friends who are openly gay, and some are not, but I've always accepted them. And I've always, like, for years I've been there for them, but I didn't know how bad it has been for them. I didn't know that. You don't know how other people have reacted to these people. So I understood that after I did The Married Woman, because I got so many people sent me their confessions. They literally wrote their lives out to me. Their alternate lives where what their true feelings are, which they can't say to people in their lives. And I think that's while it's a very good thing that our show did that people could talk about what they truly feel, I feel so sad that, they can only say it to a complete stranger like me because I did a show like The Married Woman. So I feel like there's a long, long way to go in normalizing it for them, where they can be open and free to just say what they want to say and we don't judge them.
Talking about this, we had your show Maryada, which was like a decade ago. It was way ahead of its time. In every beat you say, every kind of relationship, every emotion was portrayed very nicely and effortlessly. In that too, we had a man who was gay and his dilemma with it, and how the family, how the family gets married to a girl. So, what are your thoughts about it? And back then and now, it has been a long, long time.
Yeah, it's been long, and I was really proud even then. I remember, that was not my storyline in the show, but I was very proud of the fact that we have that in the show, and I was very proud of the fact that I was part of something like that, where we are touching upon such sensitive topics, and I do feel that the awareness is a lot more now than it was back then. People really, they really embrace same-sex relationships now, and I don't know, I just feel really proud to have been a part of a show like Maryada, because it was ahead of its time, like you said. It was inferior. That is something which is still a problem, because women don't really support women. They may show and look like they do, but they don't. So I just I do feel the society is moved, and it will keep, the young generation will take it, a notch ahead and further.
You have been in the industry for like a really long time. We all know we've seen you do a lot of shows, and from that time till now, how have you seen TV grow as a medium with the kind of content, the evolution of TV, if we may say so? How do you feel about it, being an integral part of the fraternity and the industry?
I think television, I don't know about television, but I can say content evolution has happened in the sense that now there are more mediums than television. So definitely, like, I mean, I can look at it as my years being of being an actor. And I would say that what I do see is that there is so much more written, so many more writers, so many more people who want to tell stories which are about real people. The whole culture from films or whatever, that whole culture, we see the star system going out,
right.
So I actually see it in totality. What do I have to say about television? I think I would say that television caters to an audience, and it is doing a very good job of catering to that audience. And some of them have shifted to the web, but there is still a very strong audience base for television and the content that television churns out. And it's advertisers' money, and it's all your FMCG products and everything. So they have to cater to who they have to cater to. So what you want to see is what you will get. If you get TRPs for some show, and you may call it a bad show, but if you're getting the TRPs, well, that is what is being watched, and that is what people are enjoying. So that's how it is.
Do you think if The Married Woman had to go on air on TV, would it make a difference?
Yeah, I think it would be a great show. I genuinely think it would do very well. I mean, you could play a role, you could play a show like that on television, I feel. I mean, I don't know. Of course, you'll have to tweak a lot of it, but as it is, can it go on television? No. Television is family viewing, and it is from, it's still watched during dinner time and lunch time and snacks evening and all of that. So while like a show like Maryada was at an 11:30 time slot.
11:30 time slot, I remember.
Yeah, and then it shifted to 11 o'clock. Maybe A Married Woman will be on a similar time slot, but it will definitely, I mean, I don't think we're there yet where a show like Married Woman would be a prime time. Although it's got all the making of it being a prime time, but I don't think we're there yet as a country.
You know, we have all, as people, we've all been through ups and, highs and lows in life. And I'm sure even you must have gone through a low phase in your life. So during such phase, how did you heal yourself, and what was the driving force behind it?
I think a lot of inner work helps me because I think as you grow up, you realize that you can't change the world. You can't change things outside of you. I mean, whenever I'm down and out, cinema really helps me. Reading really helps me, simply to cut off from everything and just go into the world of a book. And you really come out with lessons sometimes, which touch your heart and really make sense to you. So those things really help me. Dancing, movement of any kind, like just doing anything which is movement based. I did so much of that some years ago. And honestly, I'm really missing that in this whole lockdown situation that we've got going on. I'm really missing just being able to move and, to do various things to keep myself busy till I start my next shoot. So yeah, those things help. But I think I really feel inner work of any kind helps, because that's like Ayurveda. It's like it will help you not suppress your problem. It will eradicate it from the core. And I think that's what should be done. We can all, party and, go out with family and friends and, just all of that. But that'll be very temporary. It's not going to be permanent. So I believe that inner work of any kind is a permanent solution for our problems.
Right. And, with lockdown and good work in hand, and this whole transformation in you, do you feel balanced and in a balanced phase in your life right now? Mentally balanced?
Mentally balanced. I'm never mentally balanced. I'm an actor, so I'm very sensitive. So while of course your like I said, inner work and spiritual practices of all kinds really help in creating a balance, like a balanced mind. But I get really affected. I get affected by other people's energies. I get affected by what's happening, in the world around us. I do get affected. So for me, it's important to keep cutting myself off. I keep going into my shell. I keep going in, to people who feel safe, and, whether it's my brother or bhabhi, or my closest friends. Like even people I don't meet, like I don't meet Asha all the time, but I have that connection with her where I feel safe with her. So it's very important for me to keep cutting off. Otherwise, I get drained of energy, because I think I'm a little sensitive. If I could meet a stranger, and if they are off, I'll feel their energy, and then I'll try and go out of my way to make them comfortable. I don't need to do that. So, I keep trying to preserve my energy. It's very important for me.
Like you mentioned, you go to your close people, and we've seen you share a very good bond with Ekta Kapoor. Like you're always together. You have this 4 to 5 people, Crystal.
We're not always together. She's a very busy person.
Like whenever possible. So how would you describe your bond with her?
Well, it's a new friendship. I mean, we've just recently met, and I think I didn't know her before. I didn't know her at all. I've actually met her, I did Asur, and my producer on the show, Tanveer, he was kind enough. He actually was extremely kind to me while we were doing Asur, and, he saw a lot of promise in me as an actor. I must give him credit where it's due. So he was actually very keen. I work with Ekta. He was very keen. She meets me and sees my work because he knew I was. He's also very sensitive when it comes to actors. He understands how much time we give to this craft, and how difficult it is for us. So when I met Ekta, I think we hit it off on a very spiritual level. Like it's because I'm all about spiritualism, so I connect with anybody on that level. There is no other level. I don't like socializing. I'm not a party person or anything. So I think that's how I connected with Ekta, and it's just been beautiful. And she's an adorable person, and quite a genius at that. And I think now she has a son, she has a nephew, and my brother has I have a nephew, and my friends Barun, he has a daughter. So it's like, and lockdown happened, so we're all looking for company for kids also, because they're not going to school, they're not going to preschool. So that's how we sort of have found a bond also, where like right now Sifat's Barun's daughter's birthday has just happened, and I know that she's invited her and her son for a party. So it's more like a parent nephew niece kind of a situation, but we've also connected at a very human level, I must say. Beyond just a producer actor, because I'm not like that as a person. I connect with people at a very human level, and if there is no connection, then there is no connection. So but in her case, I think there's been a connection in that. And also I think it's the fact that she gave me The Married Woman. I mean, she saw something in me which no one else did. A lot of people don't give television actors chances because they feel like we can't do it. But she took that, sort of chance in me when she'd never worked with me. She'd not even seen my work. I don't think she's ever, I don't know. But she saw Asur, and so I will always hold her in really high regard.
Okay. If given an opportunity, would you do a full-fledged TV show?
Why not? I mean, I love television. I love television. I love that medium. I love, I was telling my friends some time back that not some time back, we talk about it all the time, that, I love the idea of going to set every day, because it's like an office, it's fixed. I have to go at 9 and I'll be there till 9. I have my lunch packed, I have my snacks packed, and it's amazing, as an actor, to have that kind of stability is very rare. You only get it in television. You do not get it in any other medium. Of course, even in television, shows run out and they finish in now faster than ever. But at least you're working consistently for a particular period of time. So I would love to do television, but of course, I would like to do something I've never done before. So I would like to be a part of work which challenges me. So if that happens, of course, I'd love to do television.
And what about reality shows?
I've done all reality shows except for, I've not done Jhalak and Jhalak Dikhla Ja. And I'm okay to do reality shows, but not a certain show which locks me up in a house. I can't do it.
Okay. Okay. One last question. We see you and Akshay, your brother. You share a very beautiful bond. So, has he always been supportive of you? What kind of an equation do you share with him?
Well, I would say that he has been, because he's my brother. He had no choice but to hear me rant all my life, like from the time I was in school. He has no choice because we are sharing a room, and, on our separate rooms, lights are off. I'm looking at the ceiling and telling him, this is what I feel, this is what happened with me in school. This is what this girl did. This is what my friends are doing, and whatever. This is what that teacher did. And he's always been there, So I'm very grateful to have that bond with him, and we're more like friends. And I also borrow his friends. I keep borrowing his friends. I've done it all my life. Like I have less of my own friends and more friends that he's friends with, because I feel I don't trust people that easily, and he does. And he has some great friends. He's had some great friendships over the years. Even now, Barun, Sanaya, and that whole, gang, they're all his friends. Right from, Gautam, the writer, or, there's Lata, who is head of production. They're all my friends, but they're all his friends. So, we have that kind of a bond. And I always want to keep it that way. Like I'm very clear about the fact that if we are in Bombay, we have to live close by, because now my nephew is there. So otherwise, Bombay is such a city where you can easily miss talking to each other. We get so caught up in our own worlds that even though we want to meet each other, we can't, because you just get so exhausted and tired at the end of the day. Sometimes even doing nothing, you get exhausted. So it's nice to have them around. We live in the same building, and I have decided that wherever they will be, I'll always be around there. That's for sure.
Okay, Riddhi, thank you so much for answering this, and all the best for everything that you do.
Thank
Stay
you so
safe.
much, Gayatri.
You're most welcome.
Bye. Take care of
Bye.
yourself.
You too. You too. Thank you. Bye.